Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be reacting to a video by Funny or Die, and the video is called "The Smart Guy When TJ Met a Pedophile on the Internet." Yeah, I've been telling people this, okay? Like, if you're gonna meet someone on the internet, please make sure you do your homework, okay? And kids, I don't mean the homework from school. Yes, do that homework too, but I'm talking about the homework, where you have to examine the person, okay? You have to actually go through their profile, okay? Like, going through the little profile. Okay, this is that. Actually go through it, and you know, actually make sure that you know who you're meeting and not meeting some person who pretends to be a kid online, but or pretend to be adult online, but in actuality they actually turn to be this full grown adult, full grown woman, or or vice versa. All right, when they pretend to be this adult, but in reality they're really this little little kid, little boy or little girl, right? So, yeah, man, you just gotta be careful out there. That's basically the point I'm trying to make. So yeah. So with all that being said, please go make sure you subscribe to Funny or Die for more videos like this. And yeah, let's check out today's video.
TJ wants $55 for a computer game called Starship Doctor. His dad says no dice. Meanwhile, Marcus and Mo went splitsies on a piece of shit card that set them back a cool $600. Karen tells TJ about a kid named Marky412 she's been talking to in a chat room who's selling bootleg copies of Starship Doctor for 20 bucks. TJ has some concerns that this is illegal and therefore something that could get him in trouble, which he quickly overlooks the second Karen calls him a wuss. TJ messages Marky412 and finds out that not only is Starship Doctor still available, he also has some more illegal games. Eager to purchase all these bootleg titles, TJ says they'll meet him this afternoon, then hatches a quick plan to fleece those two bozos with car troubles outside. He offers to repair the car for $65, and somehow fixes the engine with a paperclip, then takes off with those suckers.
Like, how is that possible? To have a little kid, as young as 10 years old, right, to be repairing a car's engine. You got to. That's how you know that boy's a genius, right? When you have your younger sibling, you know, fixing car engines, like, like seriously, I really don't understand how that's possible unless you're a genius. So you gotta really be, have those book smarts up in there. So yeah. Anyways, let's continue.
Money. TJ and Karen show up in dorky matching hats looking for the kid they were talking to in the chat room. Only a kid doesn't show up. It turns out Marky412 is a fully grown dude. And when TJ and Karen are like, hey man, what the shit, we thought you were 12. Marky412 says he was only in the kid's chat room because he likes games. And the only other people on Earth who like games are kids. And that airtight logic is all these two idiots need to sit down with this pedophile. They do the deal in a very inconspicuous fashion. Seasoned pros. Marky says enjoy, but definitely do not tell your dad. Because hey dum-dum, illegal stuff makes dads pissed. TJ instantly shows his dad all the cool new games he bought. And when his dad's like, hey man, what the shit, I thought you only robbed your brother for $65. TJ covers by saying he only bought one game and the rest are Karen's. Very smooth. Marky412 IMs to ask how they like the games. TJ says they're super sweet, and Marky412 says he has two new games, including Clowns of War, and they're even sweeter. Only Marky can't leave the house because he's too busy working on a new game. So if they want Clowns of War, they better book it over to his house. TJ scams some more car money, then rides off into the sunset of his innocence. Marky412 welcomes his young guest to a very unsettling basement, featuring two computers and a surfboard on a blue screen that's the new game he's been working on. Marky412 starts explaining his Surf City game, and TJ is enthralled. Marky says he uses that super nifty basement cam over there to put your image right in the game, and they can be the very first to try it. TJ and Karen take turns on this absolutely terrible game where you stand on a surfboard and do nothing as stock footage of waves crashing plays behind you. It might be the worst game of all time if you can even call it a game at all. They say the game rocks because they're dumb, but Mikey412 says something's wrong. See, they're surfing in warm clothes and it looks weird. They should be wearing bathing suits. TJ quips that bathing suits might be winter wear in Hawaii, but not in DC, which stands for darn cold.
Yeah, and this guy's version of a swimsuit is, getting undressed and wearing underwear. Like, bruh, like, are you a creep? Like, that proves that Mikey412 is a pedophile, man. This guy is a pedo. He shouldn't even have the ownership of these bootleg games and selling it to kids. Like, man, you should be in a jail cell right now. And the fact that you got away with it as much as you did, like with other children. I'm like, and mind you, he's done this before, so yeah, man. I'm like, that's some scary stuff. It's really weird, man. Like you, and not only that, it's also creepy, man. Like I don't know, I want to find the appeal of little kids being under my nose and being under the same roof as me. I'm like, I don't know, man. You're gonna have to be a little older. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Anyways, let's see what else they have to say.
Which is music to a pedophile's ears, since only dumb little kids say darn. Marky says underwear is basically the same as a bathing suit, and yeah, maybe they should just, get in their underwear and hop
no,
on
it
that
isn't,
circle.
bro.
TJ and Karen say no thanks, and Marky breaks out a book of his other basement friends,
Yeah,
and
good
flips to a
thinking.
girl named Melissa, who used to be nervous, but after a while started surfing with her shirt off. TJ seems to have no objection to the fact that he's looking at child porn, and instead is like, hey man, what the shit, I thought you said we were the first ones to play this game. Marky covers, saying they're the first to play this version, and this smart guy finally realizes, holy fuck, we're in a pedophile's basement. The worst kind of basement to be in. TJ drags Karen out of this because she's about to wind up on a page stuck to Melissa's. And Marky 412 reminds them do not tell their parents. So TJ immediately tells his dad, who calls the cops, who then say this guy is on parole for a similar crime. And he's going back to jail thanks to TJ's heroic illegal computer games. TJ talks with his dad and says he's done with TV and he's gonna throw his modem away. His dad is like, hey man, what the shit? There's some pretty cool stuff on there, and also I look at boobs when you're at school. TJ asks, how can you know who's good and who's not online? And his dad says you can't, even though you definitely can when it's a grown man who lures you to his basement with video games. So what did we learn today? If an adult man who calls himself Marky and hangs out in kids' chat rooms can trick you into riding your bike to his basement with the worst video game ever made, you might not be such a smart guy after all. And if you need $55 to buy a new game, you can make that money and then some by fixing your brother's broken car with a paperclip. But don't get greedy and use that money to buy 3 bootleg games. Then try to buy 2 more bootleg games in the same afternoon before you even played those first 3 games. Because you might wind up in Marky 412's Book of Memories. And if you meet a pedophile in a chat room, tell the cops, so they can send him to prison, where his ass will get filled with street justice. And don't let this experience turn you off to the internet as a whole, because there's some pretty cool stuff online, and your dad looks at boobs while you're at school. See you next time, on a very special episode.
Oh, man. You always gotta, put a joke in there somewhere. Anyways, yeah, that's it for today's video, so. Yeah, that's one thing. That's one of the reasons why I like Funny or Die, because they, they have a good sense of humor. They have good jokes, but also I like it because it's very informative. So, yeah, it teaches kids a good lesson. It's not really me, because I'm older, but the youngins. All right, so, anyways, man, that'll be it for today. So if you guys enjoyed this video, you know the drill. Like, comment, and subscribe, man. Tell me what you thought about this video in the comments. Did you agree with the message? Don't you you don't agree with the message? Let me know. Let me know all that good stuff in the comments. And yeah, that'll be it for today. So see you guys next time. Stay tuned for more videos, and I'm out, man. Peace.